On a Saturday afternoon by the riverbank, I perch on a low concrete wall and listen to the roar from the city ground. Match day. Birds, startled by the sound, fly lively upwards like the arrows of a rebel. Now this flooding water which I watch reaches further out and back than my love of football. From hometown to town, back to Hull and Newcastle, it strolls past docks, canal locks and gorges. Through all the stretches of space between its source and briny destination, which once were shaded by trees which were grouped and given the name Sherwood, before being trimmed back. Before that, before the industrial parks and chimney smoke of Nottingham and Stoke and fences and gardens and fortified farms existed, before towns were cities which spewed their suburbs into each other, growing taller and taller as tarmac spines straightened across the country, before home base or religion or regional accents. This flooding water by the city ground, which startles birds with the sound of cheering, had already cut its own way, drilled a structured swathe through lands uninhabited, unhandled, untamed, and played its own music, trilled it to the listening ears of the lively birds, who will always sing back to the melodies of the world. They're versatile. They'll always turn the other feather, and while forests shrink and the river song may now be too often drowned by the sound of heavy metal sirens, they listen and hear new voices raised above the clamour and demolition of tower blocks on grey afternoons in a park somewhere in Nottingham, and voices just failing to catch the attention of that other friend you came out for a walk with but not really minding because all you were going to say anyway was, "Hey, come and check this guy out, he's saying stuff and some of it rhymes." Now times change like clocks swapped, and politicians will remain within a framework, and the environment may or may not be dying, and money's an imaginary construct, until rent in white envelopes with your name in the window flops through a letterbox which people you don't know don't have, and we don't all have, as long as millennia's waters to forge our own paths through rock. We won't all find the sea. Does this scare you? I know it scares me. But talking helps, music helps, ale, good food, company, just being outdoors for the whole day for a change is gold dust on sandy banks. Climb out, watch the turbulence fly past you, bathe in time for yourself, because the river song may now be too often drowned by the sound of heavy metal sirens, and just by existing we may be implicit in so many sweatshop swindles that we didn't elicit. But the lively birds are still there to sing back the melodies. They're still listening.